Superficial fascia of the neck includes this muscle. This is the muscle which is shown over here, both sides muscle, right side and left side. The name of the muscle is the platysma. So the platysma muscle is also in the superficial fascia of the neck. Okay, many other things are also present in the superficial fascia, like two veins are present, like superficial lymph nodes are present. So we will discuss one by one everything. Okay, so first of all we will discuss about this muscle. This is the muscle I have named, I have told you, it is the platysma muscle. The platysma muscle is originating from the superficial, it is present, I have already told you that it is present in the superficial fascia and originating also from the fascia of the muscle over here, the pec major, pectoralis major and the deltoid also. Okay, let me now come back. Okay, so this is the muscle. It is, you know, here is the pec major, pectoralis major muscle is present, so it is originating from the fascia over the pectoralis major. And you know, on the shoulder joint there, here it is on the point of the shoulder we have the deltoid muscle. So from the fascia over the deltoid muscle too is originating the platysma muscle. So platysma muscle is originating from the sides I have told you. Okay. Okay. So it is inserting on the body of the mandible, the angle of the mouth, and inserting all this point, all this region over here. So the which now is supplied by the platysma muscle is supplied all the, I have already told you that all the muscles of the facial expression are the muscles are supplied basically by the facial nerve, and the facial nerve is also supplying this muscle. The platysma muscle is also supplied by the facial nerve. And what its function, what it will do, it is just depresses, it move downward, depresses the angle of the mandible. It, when it will contract, it will pull this angle downward. Okay, so its action is depression. Okay, so so what the other things are present? Yes, I found this picture, and this picture is very good to explain the veins which are present in the neck. The muscle which is present in the neck is the platysma muscle, I have told you. So the next thing is the vein. So we are going to discuss the vein. The vein, about the vein, which vein is present? This color, I guess this color is good. Okay, so the vein, this is the vein which we call the external jugular vein. So external jugular vein is the main vein in the present in the neck, superficial fascia of the neck. And this is the this one is the this one. Okay, I will tell you later. First, this external jugular vein. External jugular vein is basically formed from the two veins. One is this one and one is this one. This one is basically the retromandibular vein, and the retromandibular vein, the posterior vein of the retromandibular vein is participating in forming the external jugular vein, and the other vein is the posterior auricular vein. The posterior auricular vein and the posterior vein of the retromandibular vein, two veins are forming the external jugular vein. The posterior auricular vein and the posterior vein of the retromandibular vein, these two veins are basically forming the external jugular vein. Okay, and what the other veins are present, what the other veins are drawing in this part, in this vein? This is the transverse, this one is the transverse cervical vein. This one is the transverse. Why it is transverse? Because it's you know, its appearance is just transverse, is present just horizontal, that's why its name is transverse and is present in the cervical region. That's why it's called the cervical vein. So it is running in the external jugular vein. Okay, this is the anterior jugular vein. Anterior jugular vein is basically present anteriorly. That's why it's called the anterior jugular vein. And anterior jugular vein is connected with the anterior jugular vein of the other side. The other side is anterior jugular vein may present over here. So this one is the jugular arch. Jugular arch is the arch which is connecting one side jugular vein with the other side jugular vein. Okay, so this is the jugular arch. Okay, so again, jugular anterior jugular vein is draining in external jugular vein, and the transverse cervical is also draining, and the posterior vein of the retromandibular and the posterior auricular, these are just draining in the external jugular vein. Okay, whatever, this one is another vein which is draining in the posterior in the external jugular vein. This is the suprascapular vein which is coming from posteriorly, you know where it is present. So it is draining in the external jugular vein. Okay, what other veins are draining? This is the very important vein. This one is very important. This one is basically the posterior external jugular vein. The posterior external jugular vein, why it's called posterior? Because it's present posteriorly and it's draining the occipital part and this part, posterior part. So it is also draining in the posterior auricular, posterior jugular vein. Okay, so if again let's start from let's revise all the veins which are draining in the external jugular vein. This is the external jugular vein. External jugular vein is basically formed from the posterior division of the retromandibular vein and the posterior auricular vein. Okay, next is the posterior external jugular vein which is coming from backside occipital region, and this is also draining in this vein. Okay, and this one is the transverse cervical which is also draining in the external jugular, and this one is the suprascapular which is also draining in the external jugular, and this one is the anterior jugular which is coming from anteriorly and is also draining in the external jugular vein. So these are the tributaries of the external jugular vein which is draining, which are basically draining in the anterior in the external jugular vein. Okay, so the other vein which is present in the superficial fascia of the neck is the this one is the anterior jugular vein. As I have already told you, anterior jugular vein is present anteriorly and is connected to the opposite side anterior jugular vein through a small arch, through a small vein which is called the jugular arch. So and anterior jugular vein is basically draining in the external jugular vein. So this is all about the external jugular vein, and let me tell you one thing more, that external jugular vein is just following the pathway. This is the muscle, you know, this is the sternocleidomastoid muscle. So the sternocleidomastoid muscle is the pathway of this external jugular vein is same as the is the sternocleidomastoid muscle. Obliquely it is transferred. You can see it is formed the just behind the angle of the mandible, and then it is transferring down obliquely as sternocleidomastoid muscle is moving, and here it pierces the deep fascia, the deep fascia present over here and is draining into the subclavian vein which is present deep in the deep fascia deeply. Okay, so the superficial fascia of the neck encloses one other thing which is called, yes, which is called the superficial lymph nodes, because superficial lymph nodes, okay, so these are the superficial lymph nodes which are present over here. These are drained by, these are this region, and this region is draining in superficial lymph nodes. These are the occipital lymph nodes, and these are the mastoid lymph nodes. These are draining into the superficial lymph nodes, cervical lymph nodes, and these are draining into the deep cervical lymph nodes which are present along the pathway of the deep fascia in the sternocleidomastoid muscle, same as the sternocleidomastoid muscle. The deep cervical lymph nodes are also present. So we have discussed all the things which are present in the superficial fascia of the neck, and then we'll after this lecture, okay, so after this we will discuss the deep fascia of the neck and everything which is present in the deep fascia. Hopefully you understood everything, and thank you so much. Allah